Very good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to discuss the next part, that is in the concept of probability theory. That is a very important part for us to cover out. That is the concept of Bayes theorem. Okay. Today we are going to cover the statement which is as important, the proof which is also important for us, and as well as the application if possible. Okay, first we go through the statement and proof for today's class. Okay, so let us move on for that. Bayes theorem. Let us have the statement at first. In your examination you will be having the direct problem like state, proof, and then application of this will be there. So let us have the statement at first very carefully. Bayes theorem. If A1, A2, an, that means there are n number of events. Okay. If A1, A2, an, we are given set of n mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, then for any particular event A, where probability of A is not equal to 0, provided probability of A is not equal to 0, then there are two results comes out. What is that? Number one, probability of A must be equal to sum of all i's varying from 1 to n, probability of ai into probability of A given ai. And the second result says that probability, another conditional probability, that is probability of ai given A must be equal to probability of ai into probability of A given ai divided by probability of A. This probability of A is what? The previous part in the first result, that is a summation part. Okay. So what is there in the statement? What they are saying, according to the statement, what is going on, that if there are n number of events and those events, about those events, what is given to you according to statement, that these n number of events are mutually exclusive as well as exhaustive. Okay, the n number of events, if the n number of events given to you are mutually exclusive and exhaustive, and there be any other event, a particular event A be there, different from A1 to AN. This event A is different from A1 to AN. Provided probability of A must not be equal to 0, then probability of A must be written as summation of all probability of AI's into probability of A given AI. And the next result stays, there's one step for this second part, that is probability of ai given A equals to probability of ai into probability of A given ai divided by probability of A. This probability of A is nothing but that part we have done in our previous result, that is probability of A is this summation part. Okay, so first we are going for the proof of this theorem. Okay, that means we will have in the proof, what is your given part? If you can tell me, what is the given part in the proof? What is the given part in the proof? If you can tell me, what is given to you?
It is the set is mutually exclusive and exhaustive.
Yes, good, Ankit. A1, A2, AN, n number of events are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Okay, nothing else is given. And there is any other event A for which probability of A is not equal to 0. Okay. And what we require to prove? We require to prove these two results. That is probability of A equals to this summation, and this conditional probability will be equals to this ratio. Okay. So let us move on one by one. What is given to us at first? That A1, A2, AN are exhaustive and mutually exclusive. Let us have a whiteboard over here. What is given to you? That A1, A2, AN are exhaustive as well as mutually exclusive. Now you are going to tell me, if A1, A2, AN are exhaustive, then what I can write about them? Is there anything in your mind? If the events are exhaustive, then what we can write about them? What is the exhaustiveness? When the events are said to be exhaustive, the events are exhaustive if what?
The summation of that will be 1.
Summation of
Probability.
that will be 1. Siddharth, one more step you are going ahead. But if the events are exhaustive, I'm nowhere in the probability. Just tell me if the events are exhaustive. Events are exhaustive, then what can I write about those events? We have done this in our previous class. See, if the events are exhaustive, since it is written over there that n number of events A1, A2, An are exhaustive, then I can write A1 union A2 union likewise going on up to An, and what it will be equal to. Now I think you can tell me what it will be equal to. What it is. Right hand side will be for exhaustive set of events. What will be the union? Sample space. Yes. The right hand side will be the sample space. So since you can write over here, since the events are exhaustive, so you can write in the back end, since the events are exhaustive. Okay. So this is the first case. Now, in the next step, what I need to do is I take the intersection of all intersection with A on both sides. Intersection with the event A on both sides. That means A intersection A1 union A2. Likewise going on up to union AN. And the right hand side will be A intersection S. Now you are going to tell me in the next step, what will I write at the just simplification? Next step is our simplification. What will I write at the left hand side? Our left hand sides will be according to distributive law. What it is? A intersection A1.
A1.
Yes.
A1.
Then
Union.
union
Union A intersection.
A intersection A2. A intersection A2. Likewise, it is going on union A intersection AN. And if you can tell me what about the right hand side, what it will be? A intersection S gives you what?
A.
Good. It is equals to A because S is our total sample space and A is the event of it. So the intersection part will be come out as A. Okay. So here we are. Now, what do I need to do? I need to take probability on both sides. I need to take probability on both sides. That means probability of this part. No need to annotate over here. Probability of this part equals to probability of A. Achha, ab dekho. Again, I am simplifying it. Probability of this part. See, probability of A intersection A1 union A intersection A2 union up to going on like this A intersection AN. So, can you tell me if the events are mutually exclusive? Since the events A1, A2, AN are mutually exclusive, obviously these events A intersection A1, A intersection A2, A intersection AN will also be mutually exclusive. Okay, so I can write according to the results of mutually exclusive event that we have done in the previous class, that is probability A intersection A1 plus probability A intersection A2. Mute yourself if you don't have to say anything. A intersection A2 Likewise, going on, plus probability A intersection AN equals to, right hand side will remain as it is, probability of A. Is it okay? Up to this part, is it okay? Shubhodip Chaudhary. Acha. Probability of A intersection A1 plus A intersection A2 plus A intersection AN equals to probability of A. Is it okay for all? Right? Why I have written in summation form? Because it is given to us that the events A1, A2, AN are mutually exclusive. Then obviously the events A intersection A1, A intersection A2 and A intersection AN will also be mutually exclusive. And we know that if the events are mutually exclusive, what happens? If the events are mutually exclusive, then what happens? Probability of their unions becomes sum of their probabilities. Probability of their union becomes sum of their probabilities. So that's what we have done over there, utilizing the exclusiveness. Achha, next see what I am writing. Probability of A intersection A1. Now I'm going to use the definition of conditional probability that we have done. What is that? Probability of conditional probability says what? Probability of conditional probability of A1 when A2 has already occurred. What is that? A1 given A2. What it is? How we are evaluating this conditional probability? That probability A1 intersection A2
A1 intersection A2
divided by
P of 2.
P of A2. Probability of A2.
P of
Right?
A2.
So utilizing this conditional probability, what I can write? P of A1 intersection A2 will be probability of A2 into probability of A1 given A2. Okay. So likewise, I am writing in place of utilizing conditional definition of conditional probability, I am writing P of A intersection A1 as probability of A1 into probability of A given A1. Probability of A1 into probability of A given A1. What about the next part? Next part will be probability of A intersection A2. What I can write? Probability of A2, yes.
A2 into
Probability of A given A2.
A1 A2.
Probability of A given A2. Similarly, likewise, if I go for the nth term, then it will be likewise probability of AN. I think you can see the work is done. The first part at least. Probability of A given AN. First part of the proof we have done. Probability of A given AN, and the right hand side will remain as it is, that is probability of A. Now see the first part, we are done with the first part. What is that? If I go for the note, then see. What is the first part we need to prove? That probability of A equals to summation I varying from 1 to n, probability of AI into probability of A given AI. So where we are in our whiteboard, that probability of A1 into probability A given A1 plus probability of A2 into probability of A given A2, probability of AN into probability of A given AN. That is equals to probability of A. That means probability of A can be written as in summation form. They have written it in summation form, nothing else. In summation form, what I can write? Summation over I varying from 1 to n, probability of AI into probability of A given AI. Up to this much is okay for all? Is there any doubt in any part till now? Whatever, from here exhaustiveness we have started, and we are here for our proof of the first part of the result. Is it okay for all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let us move. Okay, so let us move on for the next part, which is just a step ahead. Okay, so what is the next part? Let us have a view over the next part. What is that? See, probability of AI given A equals to probability of AI into probability A given AI divided by probability of A. So what the next part? We need to find out probability of AI given A. Okay, so let us go to the whiteboard. Probability of next part. Probability of AI given A. Achha, can you tell me, if I utilize the definition of conditional probability, what I can write this as equals to? This will be equals to, according to definition of conditional probability, this will be equals to how much? Probability of
AI
AI intersection A by
AI
intersection A by B of A.
intersection A by probability of A, right? Probability of AI intersection A by probability of A. One more step to prove. अब देखो, probability of AI intersection A, as we have written over here, probability of A intersection A1, A intersection A2, utilizing the definition of conditional probability. Again, I will write probability of AI if intersection A utilizing the definition of conditional probability. What I can write? I can write it as probability of AI into the numerator part only, into probability of A given AI. Probability of AI into probability of A given AI divided by the denominator will remain as it is, that is probability of A. That is probability of A. Is it clear? So the proof is done. See where we are. I go for the note. See, probability of AI given A will be probability of AI into probability of A given AI divided by probability of A, and that's what we have proved over here, that probability of AI given A, first utilizing the conditional probability, then the total definition will come from the conditional probability, then the numerator part is again replaced by utilizing the definition of conditional probability, and both the results are there with us. The first part, that gives us the probability of A in the summation form, and the second part gives us a conditional probability. A conditional probability where the denominator is probability of A, which is again nothing but the summation probability, the summation form as we have proved in the first part. Now you are going to tell me, is there any doubt in any step? Should I need to repeat it out? This is a very important part. For anyone, if you want, I can go through it once more. What we have done? Okay.
फिर से ऊपर से बता दीजिए.
अच्छा, ठीक है, no problem. What we have done from the very beginning, what is given to us? देखो, in the theorem, the given part is what? Given part is n number of events are given to you, and a particular event A is given to you. If n number of events and a particular event A is there, okay, and the theorem has given that these n number of events are mutually exclusive as well as exhaustive. Okay, अगर ये condition है that these n number of events are mutually exclusive and exhaustive, then we need to prove these two results regarding probability of A at first, and then the conditional probability AI given A. Okay, in the second part. So let us prove. In the first part, I have utilized the first given condition, that is the events are exhaustive. as we know that according to the exhaustiveness, कब events exhaustive होता है? If the union of those events gives us the total sample space, those events togetherly gives us the total sample space, then we say that that set of events, whatever 2, 4, 5, whatever be the number of events given to you, that set of events will be exhaustive set of events. Okay. So since the events are exhaustive, union of these events will gives us the sample space, and S is the notation for the sample space, nothing else. Okay. Achha. Now next what? In the next step, what we have done that we have taken the intersection with the event A on both sides. Whatever we have got according to the exhaustiveness, then take the intersection with the event A on both sides. A intersection of this whole part and A intersection of S. Okay. Now A intersection of S gives you what? A intersection S क्या है? S is the total sample space and A is the event out of it. तो दोनों का intersection क्या होगा? What is the intersection? What is the common part in there? Say a universal set is given to you, or in the universal set a particular set is given to you. So universal set के साथ that particular set का intersection क्या होगा? The set itself, the set A. Okay. So similarly, the S means the total sample space and A is a particular event out of it. So intersection part is nothing but the event A. So from here, what is coming out? The event A is coming out. And from the right hand side, from the left hand side, what it will be? By distributive property, what I can say? A intersection A1 into, जैसे plus और multiplication करते हैं, say it is given to you as A into A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus AN. So what you will do? A into A1 plus A into A2 plus A into A3 plus A into AN. So that the thing is done over there, that A intersection A1 plus union A intersection A2 union A intersection A1 likewise. Okay. So in this way we have got this part. Next, after getting this part, after utilizing distributive property and A intersection and all, in the next step, what we have done? We have taken probability on both sides. We have just taken probability on both sides. And what it gives us? Taking probability on both sides, we have probability of this whole part at the left hand side and probability of A at the right hand side. Okay? Right? Okay. Now next what? Now I'm going to use the another condition in the theorem which is given to you. What is that? Probability A1. What is the condition? The next condition which is given part in your theorem, that is A1, A2, AN are mutually exclusive. अगर A1, A2, AN mutually exclusive है तो obviously A intersection A1, A intersection A2, these events will also be mutually exclusive. These events will also be mutually exclusive. Okay. So if the events are mutually exclusive and we are with probability of their unions, देखो probability of this union this, probability of their unions. So we have learned in our previous part that for the mutually exclusive events, probability of their unions becomes what? Sum of their probabilities. So in the next step, we have written it as probability of A intersection A1 plus A intersection A2 plus probability of A intersection AN equals to probability of A. Likewise, now next step, is there any doubt till now? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
So in the next step, okay. Next part is nothing but just we are utilizing the definition of conditional probability. देखो, according to definition of conditional probability, probability of A1 given A2 क्या है? A1 intersection A2 by probability of A2. So probability of A1 intersection A2 को how can we write? Probability of A2 into probability of A1 given A2. So that's what I have done over there. Everywhere we have with probability of A intersection A1, A intersection A2 likewise. So instead of probability of A intersection A1, utilizing the definition of conditional probability, I am writing it as probability of A1 into probability of A given A1. plus probability of A2 into probability of A given A2 plus probability of AN into probability of A given AN. And the right hand side will remain as it is, probability of A. And the work is done. The first part is already done. That is, probability of A is equals to this sum. What is this sum? That is summation I varying from 1 to n, probability of AI into probability of A given AI. So the first part is done, which gives us the value of probability of A. Okay. Now for the second part. In the second part, we need to deal with the conditional probability. What is that? Probability of AI given A. Now, according to the definition, I can write it as probability of AI intersection A by probability of A. Okay. Now, without disturbing the denominator, then in the numerator, again I have utilized the conditional probability definition. 10 minutes left for us. So again we can utilize the definition of conditional probability. So what is that? Probability of AI as we have done over here, nothing else. Or you can say as we have done over here in this step. Okay. So probability of AI into probability of A given AI. So this proves the second result, that probability of AI given A can be written as probability of AI into PA given AI divided by probability of A. Is it okay? Is there any doubt? Is the picture is clear regarding the proof of your Bayes theorem? Because this will we are going to utilize in our application part, that is the problems, to do the problems regarding the Bayes theorem. Okay. Is the proof is okay for all?